Remember Spy Kids? It's that intense action thriller. This is a fantastic movie. The opening scene is a shot with a helicopter over an ocean with intense music. It's the same type of opening that you'd see in a Jason Bourne movie, but this one's more intense. I appreciate them putting the name of the movie in the bottom right corner of the screen so you know 4 seconds in that this is Spy Kids and not actually Jason Bourne, so you don't waste an hour and a half watching it waiting for Jason Bourne only to find out it's not him, it's his niece and nephew. If you haven't seen this movie, let me give you a quick rundown. There's this kid that finds out he's a wizard and he gets invited to this magic wizarding school. Long story short, he marries Hermione. But before they were wizards, they were just normal kids. And just like every other kid, they had parents that were retired spies.
That life is over now. We are consultants, not spies.
The kids didn't know the parents used to be retired spies. Then the parents get taken and the kids are now automatically spies because of the royal line of succession.
You have just joined the ranks of women spies in the OSS.
The beginning of the film lays the foundation for the story. The mom is telling them a story about spies that fell in love.
There was a man and a woman.
They were both spies.
And I thought they were talking about my wife and I, but then I realized we aren't spies. At least not that she knows. Or at least not that I know. Honey? The technology in this movie is next level. It's like if Iron Man had upgrades to his suit, yeah, he'd be on the same playing field as the Spy Kids. They have makeup that's actually a secret computer. They have underwater cars. They have gum that you spit on someone's shoe and it tracks you. And they also have gum that you spit in someone's face and electrocutes you. Back to the story the mom is telling, it's actually the love story of the parents. Before they met each other, they were both spies on assignment to kill each other.
He was charming.
But instead of that, they start dating. Maybe it's just me, but I don't really want to date a spy who's paid to hunt me. It seems like Spy 101, don't marry the person that's trained to kill you. They don't care though, and they get married. My guy slides this ring across the Eiffel Tower to propose.
Embark on the most dangerous mission of all time.
That's cool, but bro, that seems super risky even for an awesome spy like yourself. What if it just fell off the railing? What would you do then? Just cancel the proposal?
Embark on the most dangerous mission.
They're not supposed to get married, so at their wedding, other spies show up to kill them or cancel the wedding. I'm not really sure. A bunch of other spies show up. And I'm not sure how helicopters work, but I'm pretty sure this isn't it. To escape, they have to jump off a cliff, and luckily they land in a boat that says just married. Why was the boat there in the first place? Were they expecting this? If they knew this was going to happen, it seems like a change of venue would be in order. Like, I know you'd lose your deposit, but it'd be worth it, wouldn't it? The people chasing them already have boats stationed at the bottom of the cliff, ready to chase them like they knew what their escape plans were. It seems like the parents might want to check the guest list and see who the double agent is. Agent Cody Banks.
Generation.
The next scene, it's like 10 years later, they've settled down, they've gone into retirement, they've got normal, boring jobs, and they've got a couple kids, Carmen and Junie, and the dad is a total baddie. He picks this other dad up and hucks him 40 feet through this glass at the school, and the kids love it. Now we're introduced to a guy named Foote. He has his own TV show, but apparently his side hustle is turning secret agent he catches into clay people.
Found him snooping around the castle last night.
And he has an army of thumb people. And oh yeah, he's also duplicating famous kids and turning them into robots to take over the world.
President's daughter?
I call Spy Kids.
Hey, that's the name of this movie! All the parents' secret agent friends are going missing because they're getting captured by Foote, so they go on assignment, come out of retirement, to go try to catch their friends. They have their uncle come over and watch the kids, and they drive off at like 4 p.m. Well, the next scene is the mom saying they should call the kids because they're going to get up for school soon. So you've been driving for like 14 hours? You didn't even get snacks before you left. And you can't take any bathroom breaks because you're underwater. It's not like you can just roll the windows down. And they get a message from Foote on their fancy little car TV, and everything goes blank, and they can't steer, and they get captured by Foote. I'm pretty sure they just reused this scene from Star Wars. My question is, why is Foote dabbling in making kids' TV shows? It seems like he could just make robot kids and call it good. Is money an issue for him? Because he has his own island. It seems like he's doing pretty well for himself. So the kids are at home with their Uncle Felix, and all of a sudden they get an alert that Uncle turns the channel, and there's a big thing that's flashing alert on it. It seems like if you have to change the channel to a specific alert channel to see if there's an alert, that's not a very effective system. So Uncle Felix, turns out, isn't even their real uncle.
First of which is, I'm not your uncle.
Your parents are international spies.
I don't know why that fact is so important when they're running for their lives. And also, what does the mustache have to do with telling him he's not their uncle? She looks more freaked out about the mustache thing than a fake uncle in their house.
I got something to tell you. Your parents are spies. They were kidnapped. And I'm not your uncle. I'm just some random guy living in your house. Man, that's really bad, but at least you don't have a fake...
So fake Uncle Felix tells them their parents are spies, and they don't really have a reaction to it.
My parents can't be spies. They're not cool enough.
Some people are breaking into the house. The kids are at the escape pod waiting for fake Uncle Felix, and Felix feels like he needs to go back to the kitchen to get some snacks. And he also puts his mustache back on. Like, what was the point of taking it off in the first place? And why is it so important to the storyline that he has a mustache? Felix gets taken. He talks in the little camera so Carmen and Junie can see.
Find the OSS. Tell them the third brain lives. You must find...
And the mission is laid out. Find the OSS and tell them the third brain lives. Yeah, that should be easy for elementary school kids. Find a super secret spy organization and talk to them about something they don't even know exists. It's almost like they're spies now, but they're just kids. That would make them spy kids. I wish I was a spy kid, but I'm too old. Now I just have to be a boring spy adult. Kids make it to the safe house, and they are full-on spy kids now. The safe house had a ton of spy stuff, and they just steal it all.
Emergency cash? I think we better take all of it.
So they've got gadgets and gizmos, and they've got the outfits, but they just don't know the ins and outs of the profession. If only they had some sort of manual that would talk them through it.
How to be a spy.
Oh, that's convenient. Then she gets mad at her brother for doing something dumb, and she points to the book that she's reading, and it's like, it's number 1.
Ow! Gosh! You're too close! A good spy uses his head. Got that? It's the first one in the book.
He's never read the book. He doesn't know the rules of being a spy yet. And these kids are surprisingly comfortable with this major life shift in their new secret identities. Fluke calls the secret agents he catches and turns into clay people Fluglies. And they're also his prisoners.
They're prisoners.
But he also uses them as characters on his kids' TV show. Turns out the theme song, if you played in reverse, is a cry from help from the secret agent.
We're trapped! Floop is a madman, help us, save us! Floop is a madman, help us, save us!
People had VCRs in 2001 when this came out. Did no one ever tape a recording of Floop's TV show and reverse it and hear this cry for help? So my question is, did they secretly sing it in reverse to try to get the message out? Or can they only talk in reverse now? Like, is that a side effect of being turned into a clay person? Floop is obsessed with fingers. It's kind of weird. He has thumb people, which he calls thumb thumbs. He has a glove with faces on it.
Have you for the supper?
And he has a chair that is a hand, and each little finger have a face on it.
I have to get back.
Also, is this song about a cannibal?
Boys and girls and some mean, nasty people want to have you for their supper.
Then we see the room where Floop films his TV show, and it's essentially just a green screen room.
Lock him up!
But they had to use a green screen to film the scene where he is in front of a green screen for his show. Green screenception. At this point in the movie, Floop has sent the robot children to capture the real kids who look just like them.
Hey! Let me...
The spy kids meet the spy kids. Throughout the movie, there's a bunch of scenes where Carmen Cortez, the spy kid daughter, says her name and things just randomly unlock, like their safe house that she's never been to, or this guy's studio.
Who are you?
Carmen Elizabeth Juanita Ecosca Brava Cortez.
I wonder if I say my name if things unlock.
Joshy. Joshy. Josh.
Going back to Floop's castle, and here comes a plot twist of the century. Floop's sidekick, who's been loyal to him the whole movie, comes to him and says he found the third brain and he doesn't need Floop anymore.
I now have the third brain. I don't need you anymore.
Need him for what? Floop's done nothing except for make a TV show the whole time. The kids are trying to rescue their parents. You remember the parents, they got captured earlier in the movie by Floop and his minions. So they go to Floop's castle and... Wait a minute, I don't remember this scene from when I was 7.
It's a cave of sleeping sharks. Sharks don't sleep. Wanna bet?
The sharks are asleep? What is this? At this point in the movie, I think I was just ready for it to be over. And I'm guessing when I first saw this movie when I was 7, I had the same thought and stopped paying attention, which is probably why I don't remember the shark scene at all. Remember earlier when I was wondering if Floop's Fluglies, that's hard to say, actually talked in reverse, or they just filmed it in reverse for a secret message? Turns out they actually talk in reverse.
Where's my mom and dad? What'd he say? I'll play it backwards.
They're in the dungeon. They're in the dungeon. Hurry.
Do they understand when other people speak in reverse and not normal? Or do they understand both? Can they understand each other? We watched this late at night, and I fell asleep for a few minutes, and I don't remember what happened. When I fell asleep, they were having the conversation with the Fluglies in reverse, and when I woke up, they had their parents in Floop's castle, and they were running around together. So something happened when I was asleep, but they caught their parents.
You're here!
Anyway, now they're working on freeing the other secret agents who are now Fluglies. Hopefully you can reverse that. And apparently Floop's on their side now, ever since his minion betrayed him.
What are you doing? He's okay. He's okay.
Now it gets intense, and the real kids are battling the fake kids, and the real spy kids push the fake spy kids into the corner.
That should hold him.
Wait, are they the real spy kids? Technically, the robot spy kids were the first ones mentioned in the movie, so I think the human spy kids are the imposters. Now we're at the very end of the movie. All the robot spy kids are about to fight the Cortez family. It's not looking good for them. And at the very last second, Floop reprograms the kids to be good kids, and that's like the end of the plot line. The movie kind of wraps up all the loose ends. I wasn't really paying attention at this point, but Floop still has a TV show because he did something good for like 5 seconds. Apparently they just erased all the bad stuff he did the whole movie. And he still has a Foogly as a prop on his TV show, which is a person that he's imprisoned.
Good morning, my children. Today, I'd like to introduce you to 2 new characters in our show.
Also, the Cortezes stole a bunch of thumb-thumbs to do house chores, so that worked out well for him. This movie has all the elements a great movie should have: a solid plot line, an army of robot kids, and thumb people. I did some research to see if they're still spies, and turns out Junie is married to Meghan Trainor in real life. Being a spy kids really pays off. Do you enjoy being a spy kids? Do you enjoy watching movies about spy kids or other random things? If you answered yes to any of the above, you should click subscribe.